Yo, what's good? It's your boy DJ Avalanche, the Caribbean's hottest, internationally known. Got to do a major shout out and salute to the Boxing Source. Check it out every Sunday with my boy JR. It's so amazing, so major, so informative. And make sure y'all keep locked, because I keep it locked right there to the Boxing Source. DJ Avalanche, salute. Bow.
First of all, thanks for everyone for taking the time to listen to this video here. And if you can, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it already, and hit the notification bell for any new content that we have on the Boxing Source YouTube channel. We greatly appreciate it. We have the upcoming fight on November 28th that will be in the UK. Daniel Dubois versus Joyce for the WBC Silver Heavyweight Championship and a few European and British heavyweight championships that will be on the line in this particular fight. You have Daniel Dubois coming in there with a record of 15-0 and 14 KOs, and you have Joyce coming in there at 11-0 with 10 KOs. You got Dubois there, 6'5" with a 78-inch reach, and Joyce, 6'6" with an 80-inch reach. Wanted to get into some of the bouts that both of these guys have been in and scored wins on. Key wins for Daniel Dubois. He did have his decision win over Kevin Johnson. He did also face Razvan Kujanu, who's faced another set of notable heavyweights over the course of his career. Daniel Dubois was able to knock him out in 2 rounds. He also fought Nathan Gorman, was able to get a KO in the 5th round for that. And one of the recent fights that Dubois had was against Kayotaro Fujimoto, where he scored a 2nd round knockout in the Copper Box Arena in Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. Now you go over to Joyce. Joyce did have an early fight against Leroy Thomas, was able to knock him out in 2 rounds. Of course, you know about notable fights that Joyce had against Roman Severn, former WBC heavyweight champion, where he was able to stop Severn in 6 rounds. He also did take on former heavyweight contender Alexander Usanov, and he was able to stop him within 3 rounds. And last year, he fought and beat Brian Jennings in a unanimous decision win there. And that was, over in the O2 Arena in July of last year. So both of these guys are pretty much at the point of their careers where you want to see them having fights of this magnitude. Months ago when this fight was talked about, it was initially made, I felt like this reminded me of what happened, back in, 2015 or something like that, where you had, Anthony Joshua going up against Dylan White, and both of those fighters were undefeated back in December of 2015, and he had Anthony Joshua being able to score the TKO victory over Dylan White, and we saw what happened in the next fight for Anthony Joshua. They had him going up against Charles Martin for that IBF heavyweight championship. So the sky was the limit for Anthony Joshua after that fight against Dylan White. But we got to see here what happens with Daniel Dubois and Joyce. I think this will be a very good scrap between, both of these guys. Like, was mentioned before with Daniel Dubois being 15-0 with 14 knockouts. He's had a string of knockouts since his win over Kevin Johnson, which was his only decision win. And a lot of these fights that he's had have been within 5 rounds. Now he is going up against Joyce, who has, fights against more experienced fighters, like we listed there with the likes of Roman Severn and with Brian Jennings and also with Alexander Usanov. And I feel like that may be a key in this particular bout that Joe Joyce is going to have against Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois, looks like people are expecting him to have a fast start against Joe Joyce. But with Joe Joyce, even though he might be the slower guy, but I think that he is going to be the guy that has more focus in this particular bout. And if Daniel Dubois is not careful, Joe Joyce might clip him. I think this is a toss-up fight, truly a toss-up fight. This is a 50-50 fight. I know that, people have talked about Daniel Dubois being the guy that's next in the heavyweight division, but right now they're putting him in this fight against Joe Joyce, and Joe Joyce, nicknamed the Juggernaut, is he going to be stopped in this particular bout? I don't know. I really feel like this is a toss-up bout for both fighters, Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. And, it's hard to lean, towards one fighter or the other. But you do have to, take into account the level of competition that Joe Joyce has, taken on over the course of his professional career and also his semi-professional career, as he had a stint in the World Series of Boxing. So you also got to look at that as well, as far as the guys that he's fought within the World Series of Boxing, which include Alexander Usyk and Filip Hrgovic. So take that into account when it comes to him facing Daniel Dubois in this fight coming up on Saturday night in the UK. But just wanted to get this preview out. It's going to be a very good fight. One fight that I've been, looking forward to this year, and it's going to be a barn burner. I'm sure of it. It's going to be a barn burner. That's what I have. I want to know what your thoughts are in this particular fight between Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. You can share your thoughts, by typing in the comment section for this particular video. And once again, if you can, subscribe to the Boxing Source here on YouTube. We would greatly appreciate it. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.